If you're tired of dealing with uncomfortable bloating, there's one simple drink that research suggests may help support your digestion. I'll show you how to use a gentle 7-day kickstart plan to see if it works for you. Want to improve your digestive comfort but not sure where to start? I'll introduce you to one powerful fermented drink and give you a clear, step by step, 7-day plan showing you exactly what to buy and how to begin. There's one drink that science shows can contain dozens of different types of probiotics, far more than most yogurts. I'll explain what it is and how a simple 7-day plan may help support your digestive comfort. If you've been looking for a simple, natural way to support your digestive health and ease uncomfortable bloating, you are in the right place. Our goal is to understand why these digestive issues become more common as we get older and to introduce a gentle, evidence-based drink that can be a powerful first step toward feeling better. We will walk you through a simple 7-day plan to see how your body responds. It's a common experience for our digestive system to become more sensitive as we age. Our bodies may produce fewer digestive enzymes, and things can naturally slow down a bit. This means that occasional bloating, gas, and irregularity are issues that affect millions of adults, but it is not something you simply have to accept. A large body of research now shows a strong connection between these uncomfortable symptoms and an imbalance in our gut microbiome, which is the vast community of bacteria living in your digestive tract. You can think of your gut as a garden. When the weeds or the less desirable bacteria begin to overgrow, they can produce excess gas, which leads to that feeling of pressure and bloating. To restore balance, we can introduce a diverse range of flowers, which are the beneficial bacteria often called probiotics. This is where a drink like milk kefir comes in. Kefir is a fermented milk drink that is a particularly rich and diverse source of these beneficial microbes, making it a powerful tool for supporting your gut's garden. You might be surprised to learn how this simple drink is scientifically different from and often more powerful than regular yogurt. For our plan, we will be focusing exclusively on plain milk kefir. The goal of this 7-day plan is not a cure, but rather a gentle kickstart. It's a way to introduce these beneficial microbes to your system and carefully observe how your body responds. We'll use simple standard US measurements like ounces and cups to make the process as easy as possible. Before we begin, it is very important to remember that this information is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. You should always consult with your doctor before starting this or any new health regimen, especially if you have a compromised immune system, a severe dairy allergy or intolerance, or are taking any medications. So what exactly is this powerful fermented drink, and how does it differ from a familiar healthy food like yogurt? Let's take a closer look. We ended our last conversation with a question. What is this powerful fermented drink? And how is it different from a familiar health food like yogurt? Our goal now is to answer that question so you can understand what milk kefir is. Learn the key scientific reason it is often considered more potent than yogurt, and see how it works to support a healthy digestive system. While yogurt is a wonderful and healthy food that many of us enjoy, milk kefir is often considered a probiotic powerhouse. The main reason for this comes down to a single word: diversity. Think of the beneficial microbes in your gut as a team of helpers. Most commercial yogurts provide a great team, but it's usually a smaller one containing between 1 and 5 different strains of beneficial bacteria. Kefir, on the other hand, provides a much larger and more varied team. Research shows it can contain dozens of different strains of beneficial bacteria and even beneficial yeasts, with some studies identifying up to 61. This incredible diversity means you are introducing a much wider variety of helpers into your gut's ecosystem. This may increase the chances of restoring balance and supporting your digestive comfort. The reason for this diversity is how kefir is made. It is created using kefir grains, which are not grains like wheat or rice, but are actually a beautiful living colony of bacteria and yeasts all working together. This complex community creates a wider array of beneficial compounds than the simpler cultures typically used to make yogurt. So, what should you expect? Milk kefir is a cultured, fermented milk drink. It has a consistency that is similar to a drinkable yogurt, but it has its own unique flavor. It is often tartar and more complex, with a taste that many people compare to a good old-fashioned buttermilk. You can drink it on its own or use it as a creamy base for a low-sugar smoothie. This incredible diversity is the key to its benefits, but only if you choose the right kind at the store. When you're in the dairy aisle, you might see a familiar yogurt container and a bottle of plain kefir next to it. You now know that while both are healthy, that simple bottle of kefir may offer a much wider variety of beneficial microbes to support your gut health. It's very important to be careful not to confuse plain traditional kefir with the brightly colored, pre-made kefir smoothies. These are often loaded with the very sugars that can cause bloating and defeat the purpose of drinking kefir in the first place. For this guide, we are also focusing specifically on milk kefir, as it is the type that has been most extensively studied for its microbial diversity. Knowing the science is great, but it's even more important to know how to pick the right kefir at the grocery store to ensure you get all these powerful benefits. Now that we understand the science behind kefir's impressive benefits, it's time to bring that knowledge to the grocery store. The dairy aisle can be a confusing place, but our goal here is to give you a simple 3-step checklist that will make you feel confident in choosing a high-quality, effective kefir every single time, while easily avoiding the common pitfalls. The number one mistake to avoid is choosing a flavored kefir. Those strawberry peach or vanilla versions may sound delicious, but they are almost always loaded with added sugar. This sugar provides fuel for the undesirable gas-producing bacteria in your gut, which can directly counteract the benefits of the probiotics and may even make bloating worse. Remember, the benefits of kefir only come from its live probiotic cultures. If a product has been heat-treated or pasteurized, after it was fermented, those living helpers are gone. Finally, while many of us have been trained to reach for low-fat options, the healthy fat in whole milk can actually help with the absorption of important vitamins and is often better tolerated by the digestive system. Here is the simple 3-step checklist you can use every time. First, and most importantly, always choose the container that says plain or unsweetened. This is your best defense against a hidden sugar bomb. Second, confirm that the label clearly states that the product contains live and active cultures. This is your guarantee that the kefir is a true, living probiotic food with all the benefits we've discussed. Third, if it's available, opt for the full-fat version made from whole milk. It often has a richer taste and creamier texture and is the more traditional and nourishing choice. This approach is also beneficial in a couple of specific situations. For anyone on a fixed income, it's great to know that the healthiest choice is also the best for your wallet. Plain, unsweetened kefir is almost always less expensive than the heavily sweetened and flavored versions. Also, if you find that regular milk sometimes bothers your stomach, you may be pleasantly surprised by kefir. The natural fermentation process breaks down much of the lactose, which is the sugar in milk, making it much easier to digest for many people who are lactose intolerant. So, imagine you're in the dairy aisle. You see a bright strawberry kefir, but you put it back. Instead, you pick up a simple container of plain whole milk kefir. You quickly check the label. It says live and active cultures. You can now put it in your cart, confident you've made the perfect choice. Making the right choice at the store is a huge victory, and it sets us up perfectly for our gentle 7-day plan. As always, this information is for educational purposes. You've successfully chosen the perfect kefir and brought it home. Now let's begin our simple, gentle 7-day plan. Starting with day 1. You've made a fantastic choice at the store, and you're now ready with a bottle of plain, high-quality kefir. This is where we begin our simple and gentle 7-day plan. Our goal for these first few days is to introduce this powerful probiotic food to your system, comfortably using a crucial principle: start low and go slow. This gentle beginning is important for everyone, but it is absolutely essential if you are new to fermented foods or if you know you have a sensitive digestive system. Think of your gut as a quiet neighborhood. When you introduce a large group of new friendly residents, the probiotics all at once, it can cause a bit of a commotion. This sudden shift in your gut's community can sometimes lead to temporary bloating or gas. Our introductory phase is designed to welcome these new helpers in a calm and orderly way, giving your system time to adjust. Here is your simple plan for the first day. Your only task is to drink just 2 ounces of plain kefir. That's about 1/4 of a standard cup, or the size of a small shot glass. It's best to have it in the morning. For the rest of the day, there's nothing else you need to do except pay attention to how your body feels. On the second day, if you felt comfortable after the first, you will repeat this exact same step. Drink another 2 ounces of kefir. If you are still feeling good after the first 2 days with no significant discomfort, you can make your first small increase on day 3. On this day, you can double your serving to 4 ounces, which is half a cup. This slow, deliberate progression is the key to a comfortable and successful introduction. This careful and gentle start is the foundation for success, and it prepares your system beautifully for the next phase of the plan. So on Monday morning, you'll pour just a tiny bit of kefir, about 1/4 of a cup, into a glass. You'll drink it, and for the rest of the day, you'll just go about your business. A successful first day is a quiet one where your body feels perfectly normal and comfortable. It's important to know what to expect and when to pause. A little bit of digestive gurgling can be a normal sign that things are starting to shift. However, If you experience any significant bloating, uncomfortable gas, or cramping, that is a clear signal from your body to take a pause. This is not a race. You can simply skip a day or go back to the smaller 2-ounce serving for a few more days before trying to increase again. It is always important to listen to your body. If you have any persistent negative reactions, it's best to stop and consult with your healthcare provider, as this information is for educational purposes only. You have successfully and gently navigated the first 3 days. Let's look at how to build upon this success for the remainder of the week. Congratulations on making it through the first 3 days of our gentle introduction to kefir. You have successfully laid a calm and steady foundation for your gut to adapt. Our goal for the second half of the week is to build upon that success, gradually working our way toward a comfortable daily serving and learning what positive, subtle signs to look for. This phase of our plan is where we transition from simply testing the kefir to making it a regular and enjoyable part of your daily routine. We are now aiming to find your personal maintenance serving, which is simply the amount that makes you feel your best and that you could comfortably see yourself drinking each day for long-term support. Here is the simple plan for the rest of the week. On day 4, you will stay the course. Continue with the 4-ounce serving that you started on day 3. This helps your body to solidify its new adjustment and builds confidence. Then on day 5, if you are still feeling good with no discomfort, you can make your next gentle increase up to 6 ounces, which is about 3/4 of a cup. For the final 2 days, days 6 and 7, you will continue with this 6-ounce serving. For many people, an amount in the range of 6 to 8 ounces is a perfect daily sweet spot for long-term benefits. But as we will see, the most important factor is what feels right to you. It is very important to have realistic expectations during this week. You are not looking for a dramatic overnight miracle. The signs of a successful introduction are often subtle and gentle. You might begin to notice a gradual reduction in that feeling of uncomfortable fullness you used to get after meals. One of the first and most common signs of a happier gut is often more predictable and comfortable bowel movements. Sometimes, the best sign of all is simply the absence of the discomfort you used to feel. This 7-day plan is a fantastic foundation, but the real benefits come from turning it into a lasting habit. Everyone's body is different, and it's so important to listen to yours. If you find that 4 ounces feels like the perfect daily amount for you, that is a complete success. There is no need to increase your serving if you don't feel the need to. This is not a race, and the only goal is your own comfort and well-being. As always, this information is for educational purposes. Congratulations on completing your 7-day Kefir kickstart. But what happens on day 8 and beyond? Let's talk about turning this short-term plan into a long-term strategy for lasting gut health. Congratulations on completing your 7-day Kefir kickstart. You've taken a gentle, mindful, and powerful step towards supporting your digestive health. Our goal now is to take this short-term success and turn it into a simple, sustainable roadmap for lasting well-being. Your focus for the second week is all about creating a consistent habit. Continue to drink your comfortable daily serving of kefir whether that's 4, 6, or 8 ounces every single day. This helps to establish a new routine and allows your body to continue adapting. During weeks 3 and 4, the goal is to observe the benefits. This is when you should have a good sense of how your body is responding. Continue to notice the subtle positive changes in your digestion and overall comfort. As you move into the second month and beyond, you have successfully built a new healthy habit. You can continue with your daily kefir routine with confidence. If you want to enhance its effects, you can consider adding a prebiotic food to your diet. Prebiotics are a type of fiber that acts as food for your new friendly gut bacteria. This can be as simple as adding a tablespoon of oats to your breakfast or eating a small, slightly green banana. All of the information shared in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice. It is very important to consult your healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have a compromised immune system, a severe dairy intolerance, or other pre-existing health conditions. Individual results will vary, and the most important rule is to always listen to your body's unique signals. We've learned what kefir is, how to choose the right kind, and how to use a gentle 7-day plan to introduce it safely. This simple drink is a powerful tool you can use to take control of your digestive health. What was the most surprising thing you learned about kefir today? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Now that you've mastered kefir, what is the #1 food you should never eat it with? That's what we're revealing in next week's video.